challenge collab with Tasty Mukbang and the YT Love Circle. I have on hand me a barbecue salad that I made, and while I eat this salad, I wanted you guys to watch a video with me. This video is about William Tyndale, who was a Bible translator way back in the days. So, before I start the video, let me put my homemade salad dressing that I made on here with some barbecue sauce and a little mayo. You guys should try it and put just a dab of hot sauce in it. It tastes really, really good to me. If you try it, you might like it. And in my salad, I got some spinach, some iceberg lettuce, some carrots, some onions, and some yellow bell pepper. I put that spinach in there because spinach has a lot of nutrients in it. Okay, so let me start this video. I hope you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy my video. And let's get it started and dig into this salad. Hold on, it's buffer. Sorry about that, you guys. It had the buff song. Okay, it's back.
In the autumn of 1536, William Tyndale was led from his prison cell in the castle of Vilvoorde to the site of his impending execution. There a post had been prepared for him. Tyndale was chained to the post, strangled to death, and then his body burned before the onlooking crowd. His crime? Tyndale struggled to reconcile the teachings of the church with his own studies of the Bible.
Guys, I had to start it over. Please forgive me. My internet acting up. Okay. Had to edit all that trouble out. I don't want y'all to fall off.
In the autumn of 1536, William Tyndale was led from his prison cell in the castle of Vilvoorde to the site of his impending execution. There a post had been prepared for him. Tyndale was chained to the post, strangled to death, and then his body burned before the onlooking crowd. His crime? Tyndale struggled to reconcile the teachings of the church with his own studies of the Bible. William Tyndale died with his faith intact that the Bible is the Word of God.
William
Tyndale was the first person to seek to translate the Bible from the original languages into English.
Tyndale was born in the late 15th century. He was born in the area of Gloucestershire, but had a chance to go to Oxford and became a priest.
In the 15th century, there was a lot of resistance to the idea that the Word of God could just simply be accessible by the general people.
Okay. William Tyndale wanted to translate the Bible. But at the beginning, as you can see, he was killed for some odd reason. So let's continue to watch to find out why he was killed. Right here it says people knew the Latin Bible from the church, so this means that it was written in Latin. It had not been translated in English yet.
People knew the Latin Bible from church, which was interpreted by the priest for them. They never had direct access to the Bible themselves.
Tyndale was not allowed to do this translation in England. He went to the Bishop of London asking for his permission to translate the New Testament from the Greek, the original text, into English, but was not given that permission.
Such was the opposition to Bible translation that Tyndale later wrote there was no place to do it in all England. And so with the help of merchants sympathetic to his cause, Tyndale fled to Germany, where he could more easily work on his English translation of the New Testament.
Okay. Let me finish chewing this right quick. Ooh, it make good. So what they saying is that William Tyndale went to Germany when he would have help, when he could work on translating the Bible from the Greek language and Latin into English language, because he wanted people to understand what the Bible actually said and not just what they were hearing in the church from the pastors, because they didn't have access to the Bibles. The pastors did, the preachers did, and they only knew by what they were being told at church.
By 1525, his translation was complete and ready to be printed.
The British Library in London.
Hold on. Keep buzzing.
What's the answer?
I have the worst internet service ever.
To what happened next? Dr. Karen Limperhertz, a lead curator at the library, is going to help us find out.
So we're looking at a unique copy of the first edition of Tyndale's New Testament, printed in Cologne in 1525. The Cologne fragment is the only known copy of what exists of Tyndale's first edition of the New Testament. The fact that it is a fragment shows
I'm in pause
that it was
this
a
minute.
dangerous thing to do. The printer had too much to drink and mentioned that he was printing this pro-Lutheran English New Testament for somebody called William Tyndale. The authorities found out about it and the printer was raided. Tyndale and his partners ran, and this is all that survives today, and they went down the Rhine a bit further to Worms. So the fact they didn't get much further than partway through Matthew is quite indicative of how dangerous it was.
The first complete copies of Tyndale's translation of the Christian Greek scriptures were finally printed in the city of Worms in Germany in 1526. Around 3,000 or more of these books were produced.
After leaving Germany, Tyndale moved to Antwerp. This bustling city was ideal for Tyndale. It had a thriving printing industry, and its busy port made it easy for his books to reach readers in England.
Professor Guido Latry has kindly offered to show me around the very streets Tyndale would have walked himself some 500 years ago.
What he saw around him here was ordinary people having access to the Bible in Dutch. He wanted the same for his own folk in England. If he wanted to smuggle Bibles on a large scale into England, this was Northern Europe's biggest seaport. You can't easily smuggle a big volume and a big format. So tiny loose leaves that were taken to places like this, these underground cellars, the warehouses, and between the leaves of larger books that were not forbidden, the tiny leaves of Tyndale's translation would have been hidden. In London, someone would have recognized, aha, these are the stacks that are marked. I must have a look at these and find the loose leaves of Tyndale's Bible. There were about 30,000 copies of Tyndale's Bible available by the end of his life. This was a brave man and a big man in terms of courage and in terms of investment, time, and the risk he took are not to be underestimated.
William Tyndale was imprisoned here in Vilvoorde, just north of Brussels. As he languished in prison for over a year, he no doubt contemplated the cruel death that inevitably awaited him. Tyndale is often renowned for his influence on the English language, but his work was more than that of just scholarly ambition. Tyndale loved the Bible. Maybe it can be said of him that he shared the feelings of the psalmist, who spoke of God's word and said, "How I do love your law." Despite intense opposition, the Bible...
Yeah, hold on. It's almost over with. But they killed this man because he actually cared about the Bible.
Despite intense opposition, the Bible and the wisdom in it survives to this day, a faithful transmission of the original writer's words.
This is sad. That somebody was trying to actually translate the Bible into English for people to be able to
No wonder
understand.
so many have placed such value on the Bible.
And he was burned to death. Can you imagine that? That's horrible. You should not kill somebody based on their beliefs or their feelings. That's so sad. I enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it with me. But these are the types of things that I watch. I do watch regular TV as well, but this is just a part of my world and what I had interest in, some of the topics. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video because I'm going to bring more when y'all eat with me. If you're new to my channel and you like the video, hit the subscribe button down below so you can stay tuned in for more videos. Because in reality, I think I like this, watching videos and eating and talking to you guys. It's not going to be every day, but sometimes it's going to just be food reviews. Sometimes be reviews on maybe on appliance or something else. Sometimes we're just going to have a conversation. But I did enjoy spending this time with you guys. And I'm just about finished eating this beautiful barbecue salad I had, which is very good. You guys have a good day. And thanks for tuning in to Mama Taka's channel.